Alright, hello and welcome back to more Ravnica block flashback draft. What do we got going on here? We got Duskmantle, House of Shadow. I don't know if this card is good and limited, but it's just kind of cool. Our rare is a 3-mana 1/1 that exchanges control of target creature we control and target creature with power less than or equal to that creature's power an opponent controls. So you can only switch creatures and you can't get that much of a better creature. That doesn't seem that good, to be honest. I'm tempted just to take the Golgari Rot Farm. Try to think what else is good here. There's a 3-mana 2/5 reach which can just block basically everything. And then like Consult the Necrosages is good, but I don't think if all combat damage will be dealt, you gain life equal to the damage. That's actually kind of gas, but it costs 8 mana. I think I'm just gonna take the bounce land. I think that's some good value. Ooh, Pollen Bright Wings. 6 mana. Chain creature has flying, and when it deals damage, you create that many 1/1 saplings. That seems kind of good. So I've explained this a lot, but bounce lands are like card advantage because you have a land that taps for 2 mana, so you need less lands to cast the same expensive spells. So they're really good. Like, you really actively want these in your deck. Even if they're off color, it's just worth putting it in your deck for a land that gains you value. Yeah, I think this card's good. Flight of Fancy is tempting. There's a lot of good enchantments and enchantment synergies in this format, but this one seems kind of nice. A 6-mana 2/3 I don't love. This is a good card. I would take that, but I think Pollen Bright Wings is just a little bit more powerful. This is a 6-mana 3/6 that turns forests into a 4/4. And the effect is permanent. It doesn't go away. So that's something, but I think I like just Dowsing Shaman. This card is really, really good. We already have a good enchantment to put like with it. So Pollen Bright Wings, Dowsing Shaman is good. I like Wojak, Ember Mage, and Viashino Fangtail as well. Like, if I could get both of those, that would be good. We could just start like pinging down the opponent's creatures. But I like going for the enchantment control deck. As far as I can tell, that is one of the stronger archetypes in this format. Again, I never drafted Ravnica when it was first out, but I've done a couple flashback drafts at this point, and I've played with the cards in other formats. Okay. Ooh, Boros Swiftblade. So the 1/2 double strike is pretty good in this format because there's a lot of things that you can like enchant it with to power it up. So, you know, you can make this like a 3/3 double strike pretty easily or better. So this is like a Thoughtseize, but you can choose lands, actually. That's weird. You can discard land cards with this. I really like Vitu-Ghazi the City Tree, though. I think that for the late game is just too good to pass up. And we're already like green-white, so I'm going to take that, missing out on a Boros Signet and stuff like that. Not too bad. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So it's a lot. It's an 8 mana 6/3, Flying Vigilance Haste. And the next 3 damage that we dealt to target creature I control is dealt to another creature. That's kind of unkillable. Galvanic Arc is also really good. 3 mana to do 3 damage at sorcery speed is like a good rate. And then giving them first strike is just an extra bonus. The only downside like is that it doesn't kill the creature, because putting that with like a Dowsing Shaman in play would be kind of good. I feel like this is decent. The 3 toughness is a little bit suspect, but this card can just win the game. I'll try it. It's 8 mana. 8 mana is a lot, but with bounce lands, you don't, like, it's a lot easier to hit 8 mana. Okay, 15. 15 might be a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going 15 here, but I like Stonehome Enforcer. I like Drake Familiar. There is some milled deck in this format, apparently. I don't think this card is very castable with what we have going on. And then Ivy Dancer is good in some matchups if you're aggressive, but I think just like a 2/4 lifelink that can pump up is better. Pretty hard to kill in this format, and it blocks most of the ground force. And then in the late game, you can like pump it up to trade with like a 6 toughness creature and gain 6 life, which is not bad. Copy enchantment. Obviously copies an enchantment. I really like Conclave Equinaut. 6 mana 3/3 flyer is not bad, and it has a lot of upside if you can convoke it out. That's interesting, but I don't want to go even more colors. So I think I'll just take the big flyer. I really like the art on this card. He just looks so happy. Just hanging out. He looks like the crocodile from, what was it, Peter Pan? The one who like ate the clock. it's similar, right? He's like doing the dance when he's like chasing down Captain Hook. He's like really excited he's gonna eat Captain Hook. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look up Peter Pan. What do I want? I did not know Drift of Phantasms was from this format. Not too much exciting here. Gaze of the Gorgon is like a fine combat trick, I guess. Otherwise, there's Leave No Trace if we need like a lot of enchantment removal. I think this is probably better than Gaze of the Gorgon. Maybe not. I'll take this. We have some creatures we want to save, and like giving this Death Touch is going to be pretty good if they double block it. So we can mill them. Spawnbroker came around. Battle damage, gain life. I don't think I'm going to have 8 mana very easily. I don't love Drake Familiar. I guess I'll take a Spark Mage Apprentice. If my opponent's going for like the archetype where you play all the creatures with 1 toughness, I'll be pretty happy I have this. Whenever Cold Swine is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each player. So it's not target player. It hits both of us. Wow, that's a lot of toughness. Holy cow. This doesn't have flash though. I think I'll just take the Swine. It's big and who knows, maybe I want it. I don't know if I want 2 Coal Hauler Swines. So I'll take Rain of Embers again for the sideboard, just in case play against a 1 toughness deck, but that's definitely not going in the main. Ooh, I like Benevolent Ancestor. That's actually, I don't know how I missed that on the first go around. I think it was in the same pack as this. Red seems open. A 2/2 Mountain Walk. Wait, this card seems terrible. Oh, creatures without Defender. Okay, never mind. I'm still gonna take Goblin Spelunkers. I like the Mountain Walk. That's a pretty late Drake Familiar. I'll take Leave No Trace. Missing out on the Shaman. That's okay. So the deck looks okay. We're kind of in Naya pretty solidly here with an off-color Golgari Rot Farm. I only saw 1 bounce land, so we got to take those pretty highly. Each creature with converted mana cost X can't attack or block this turn. That seems like good, but also terrible, because the most creatures you would like to stop from attacking are the expensive ones, and then you're spending like 6 mana to stop a 6-drop from attacking, so I don't think I'm going to take that. Cerebral Vortex is not great. If you're using it on yourself, you take damage. If you're using it on your opponent, they draw cards. Nowhere near casting that, but the artwork is so cool. Yeah, I'm a Flectomancer, you know. I'm leaning towards Orzhov's Signet. I really like Blind Hunter as well, but I don't really have like black fixing. I think I'm gonna take Orzhov's Signet. Ooh. Target player gains 1 life. Each player loses 1 life. Tap all creatures you control. So Vidalcan Plotter is kind of sweet. You switch lands. So if they have a bounce land, you can like give them one of your basics. Take a bounce land. It's pretty nice. Pillory of the Sleepless is good removal. And oh, this is tough because is it Signet, Orzhov Basilica? Pyromantics even is kind of good. But I think this is kind of the nuts, so I'll just take it. Because we don't gain life there. Stormherd! This is one of my favorite cards ever! Oh my gosh, I play this in like every white EDH deck I can. You just make a bunch of Pegasus. It's so good. 10 mana is a little bit much for me. Don't think I'm really into that. But it is sweet. So I'm on board with that. Here I think I take a Gruul Signet. What else do we got? When it enters the battlefield or the creature at haunt dies, destroy target enchantment. So that's actually some pretty good enchantment hate. Hissing Miasma. If you have enough life gain, you can just like lock your opponent out of the game with this. Maybe no, there's so many ways to kill enchantments here. I think I'm just gonna take the Signet. Get some good fixing. Target player loses 1 life and you gain life. Creatures you control have trample and it becomes a 4/4 Juggernaut. I'm really looking for some removal. Castigate is interesting. 5 mana to drain them for 1. I mean, we can go really into the late game here. I am kind of okay going really into the late game. Shrieking Grotesque is also pretty nice. 3 mana 2/1 they discard. Maybe I take that instead. In fact, that's gotta be better. Ooh, Steam Vents. This is a Phantom Draft, so I don't get to keep any of the cards. This is a 1 mana 0/1 protection from color. This is a 3 mana 0/4 that's pretty hard to attack into, but I think at this point I just want to take the Boiler Works. Make sure I have enough bounce lands to keep my mana going. I like the expensive spells in this format, and I really like that the bounce lands enable that. So even though I only have one of the 2 colors of Is It Boiler Works, first it helps me splash if I do want to play a blue card later on, which I probably don't. But the second is like, It's like a mountain that enters tapped and draws me a card, which I would play any day of the week. Alright, we got Dune Brood Nephilim. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, make a 1/1 colorless sand creature token for each land you control. I like that in theory, but I don't think I'm going to get in a hit with a 3/3 that's that hard to cast. What is this? Target creature with flying loses flying, and it deals damage to that creature equal to the number of forests I control. Kind of just gonna take another bounce land here. Stay open. So now I have some blue mana off these boiler works, so I can play Ogre Savant. It's a 5 mana 3/2, which isn't the best rate, but now I can bounce a creature to their hand, and that's really good. So I'll take that. I can exile a land. I can bounce a bunch of creatures. I could do this, change the targets, but I don't think that's that great. Runeboggle is funny. I do love me some Daze. I think this card is a little bit better. It just gives you protection from removal, essentially. Steamcore Weird is very good if I can make this blue work. Like, blue seems open, and green has seemed almost completely cut, so maybe I don't even play, like, these two cards. Or maybe even, like, Pollen Bright Wings, and I go, like, Jeskai. I could see that. I'll take Steamcore Weird over counter target non-blue spell. Another Goblin Flectomancer. Yeah, I'll take this. There's a Vidalcan Plotter. I could take a Wee Dragonauts. It's a 1/3 flyer with upside. Or I can take the Plotter and like swap lands with them. I wish I had picked up on this sooner. I guess this isn't going to get... I guess I take this. It blocks most of the flyers in this format. Okay, well, this is definitely open. I kind of wish I had seen it sooner, but that's okay. It's not too late. We have Torch Drake. It's a 4 mana 2/2 that has fire breathing. Or I can take Skiz Motivate. I'm gonna take the Drake. I don't know how good Skiz Motivate is. Ooh, Ogre Savant. Okay, well, we've kind of hard switched from our original deck, but that's... Upper Country Library, put them back in any order. That seems terrible. Poison Belly Ogre. I don't think I'm playing that, so what am I doing here? Maybe I'm not playing this. This doesn't, like, this Jeskai deck doesn't look too bad. Ooh, Grand Arbiter Augustin. So annoying in Commander. I don't know if it's the play here. So white and blue spells are cheaper. Spells your opponent casts are more expensive. I like Patagonia Viper. It's a 4 mana 2/1 flyer that makes some snakes. We would have to be playing green. Right now I just have the Rot Farm and the Gruul Signet, so maybe it's worth it. Otherwise, Soulsborne Jury is kind of good. I think I want to just take Grand Arbor Augustin. I think at this point I'm pretty clearly going to want to be blue-white, and making my stuff cheaper seems nice. Ooh, Azorius Guildmage. Now that is a limited powerhouse. Good reason to go blue-white. Tapping their creatures is great. Countering activated abilities, also great. I would love Azorius Signet. What is Beacon Hawk? Toughness Breathing is not the best. And then this is a good card as well, but Azorius Guildmage can just win games. If you have, like, let's say you have 9 mana that just locks down 3 creatures a turn, it's kind of backbreaking. The problem is I don't have, like, any instants or sorceries to power up these Wee Dragonauts. Like, I actually have 0, so we'll figure that out later on. War's Toll. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, tap all lands they control, and whenever they attack, all creatures attack. That's not the best card. This is a 3 mana 2/1. Unblockable, you gain 4 life. That's actually kind of good. Creatures you control gain Shroud. It's a 2/2 flash. That's kind of good. That's okay. Assault Zeblot I like quite a bit. Karam, I guess, gives us a way to pump up our Wee Dragonauts. And then some, like, enchantments and stuff. I'm leaning towards the Azorius Herald just because it has unblockable, and my deck's, like, a little bit dirtily. So I think I'm just going to take that. Like, this card is not terrible. Hide and Seek. Put an enchantment and an artifact on the bottom. Search your library for a card and exile it. Don't love that. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, sacrifice it and does 4. So this is like a delayed removal spell. Not the worst. Target creature can block a bunch. I don't like it. Definitely don't want to make things discard. So I think it's between Flamekin War Scout, Trigon Predator, which is going to be hard. I have 2 green sources right now. It's like a really, really good card, but I don't think I can make it work. So I'll just take this. It's like a pretty good defensive play. You just play it. If they play something, We sacrifice it and kill it. What is this? I guess I'm not playing this, but draft 3, and it gives creatures with counters Death Touch. That's kind of good, but I think I want to take Minister of Impediments. Beacon Hawk, again, it's just a 2-mana 1/1. Yeah, it's either Minister of Impediments or a Simic Signet, and I think just getting a bit more removal is good, although that card kind of combos pretty poorly against Rain of Embers. Delvescape! Now that's a card. Alright, what does this do? Chain creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So that's just removal. So Delvescape, whenever they cast a non-creature spell, you counter that spell, and then they make X 1/1 flying bird creature tokens. That could actually go really poorly for us. I don't think Delvescape is worth it. Silkwing Scout is basic lands, and then this is a 1/4 defender that counters creatures. I think I just want to take the removal. We Dragonauts is just instant sorceries, right? Yeah. Okay. Whenever you cast a green creature, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it on top. And whenever you cast a blue creature spell. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. That's probably not enough to make that work. This deck is looking a little bit sketchy, I'm going to be honest. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay X. Target creature gets +X/+0, and if you didn't play back, you have to sacrifice it. I guess I take the Signet? I don't know. That was a tough pick. Protection from Monocolored. There we go. That's a good card. Get in the deck. So then I can like just tap down the multicolored cards and give this pro monocolored. These wee Dragonauts are kind of just expensive 1/3 flyers, but that's not the end of the world. I guess I'll take a Karam. Unless I want to have a 1/2 flyer just to chip in every turn. No, I'll take this. Ignorant Bliss. Exile all cards from your hand face down. Then you get them back and draw a card. That's kind of odd. I get it, but it's odd. I can take Taste for Mayhem. Or just take like a cheap Beacon Hawk. I don't know. Could go either way. Each player draws 2 cards. Does power up the Dragonauts. You need 2 creatures in this in play to cast it. But this is like a nice trick with Wee Dragonauts. I guess I'll take that. I don't know. None of those cards matter. There's a Taste for Mayhem over the Beacon Hawk now. I can put this on some of my flyers and go crazy. I don't really think I want a Vision Skaze, so maybe we get there. We'll see about Taste for Mayhem too. So the fixing in this deck is a little bit suspect. I don't think I can play Pillory of the Sleepless, which means I'm probably just not going to play the Orzhov Signet. But I do want green fixing because I want to activate Vitu-Ghazi, and Pollen Bright Wings is very, very good on some of my dorky flyers. So I'm going to keep the Rot Farm and the Signets here. I need to make other cuts. Flectivemancer, I'll side it in if I see like my opponent has a lot of removal. Shrieking Grotesque, I guess. I don't have black mana, so it's not that good. I can cut the Coalhauler Swine. This is removal, this is removal. I guess we can sideboard the Spelunkers if I see they have red. I can play 1 Karam, side in, leave no trace. Do I main deck Spark Mage Apprentice, or do I play something else? I think I would rather have the Goblin instead of the Spark Mage Apprentice. Because Goblin is just insurance against some type of removal. So now's the hard part. We have to build the mana for this deck. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources for 2 green spells. That seems okay. Red we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also seems okay. Blue I have 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can actually go down just to 6 blue. And then white I have 5. We can go up to 1 more white here. The mana's not great, I'm gonna be honest, but it's what we got. So we're gonna run the deck like this. See you guys round 1. Alright, we were playing against Raging River. Yeah, this hand has actually all of our colors, surprisingly. It's gonna be a turn 3. I mean, we have to discard on the draw if we don't hit a land. Even if we do hit a land, we probably still have to discard, but I don't feel too bad about getting rid of this Pollen Bright Wings. I think that's what I'll get rid of. I mean, that's part of my late game plan. I guess I just get rid of this. It's gonna be a while before I can play this and like get value off of it, and I don't know, it doesn't seem that great. Whereas Pollen Bright Wings in the late game, if I get an even 1 hit with it, can just completely break the game wide open. Target player draws 2 cards. Okay. There's our forest. So we kind of have everything here. Let's go ahead and play Wee Dragonauts. Next turn, we're going to play Grand Arbiter Augustin the 4th. Just making all their stuff more expensive feels great. Pass turn. And I believe I can convoke this out like the following turn if I need to. 3/2 flyer, sure. So I think I'll probably like put Pollen Bright Wings on the Guardian. That will probably be good. I'm gonna play the Forest, even though it gives them a little bit more information, because in the off chance that they play a discard spell or something, that might be good for me. Like then I can discard the island if I want to. I kind of wish I had Karam. That would be pretty good against Snapping Drake, but that's okay. Next turn I can play Pollen Bright Wings on Grand Arbiter if I want to, because it costs 1 less thanks to him. Can I go, let's see, I can play Steam Core Weird. This costs 5. Because I want to kill the Snapping Drake with the Steam Core Weird. So this costs 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can actually play both of these. That's kind of cool. I think, right? This has Convoke, and it costs 1 less, so it costs 5. I'm going to have 3 creatures and 2 lands. Yeah, that works. If this gets countered, then it's a little bit worse, but I like this. Nice. When I cast you. Perfect. That was like the dream turn right there. That's a lot of stuff. Each creature, okay, not scared of that. Though I do have 2 4-mana creatures, but that's okay. There's an island. So I can get in a hit with Pollen Bright Wings now. I don't think they can do anything for 1 mana. I just like put it on Grand Arbiter and get in. I could put it on the Conclave Equinaut, and that gives me another 1/1 green Saproling. The problem is that Saprolings aren't even that good against the Droning Bureaucrats, because they could just do it for 0. I'd rather just get in the hit while I can. I don't think flying's going to be that relevant. I don't know of a single spell that costs 1 mana that can like really disrupt me too badly. Just swing out, get some things. For some reason I thought Pollen Bright Wings boosted their power. It does not. That makes it a little bit worse. Stasis Cell. Any creature doesn't untap during its untap step. That's pretty good. So yeah, I should have gone for Guardian in the Guild Pact. That's okay. I'm going to... I'm not going to forecast Plumes of Peace. I can play the Guardian and the Torch Drake. So let's move to combat. They let me attack with the Saprolings. Because they could have done it for 0. And for that reason, I'm going to get in with these Saprolings, because they can stop me from attacking with them at any time. The real rough part is like all of my creatures cost 4. But that's okay. We play Guardian. We play Torch Drake. Yeah, when they do this for 4, that's going to be kind of brutal. But then I can lock it down with Plumes of Peace. So if they're going to spend 4 here, then I enchant this. So I move to combat, let them spend 4 mana, and it can't attack or block. That's pretty unfortunate for me, but we'll get through it together. I hit for 3, play Plumes of Peace on this. Fair enough. Well, on the bright side for me, opponent needs to hold up 4 mana every turn to activate this. That only gives them 4 mana to cast spells, and their spells cost 1 more. So they can only spend 3 mana a turn if they want to do anything. Destroy target creature that dealt damage. Okay. Return all creatures blocking or blocked by a target creature to their owner's hand. Yeah, this whole stopping 4 power creatures is rough. Move to combat, make them tap out. I think I just hit them for 1. Yeah, that seems okay. I really need an answer to that though. Like that just locks down my whole team. Oh, I only need 1. I'm holding the land in hand. Probably isn't correct, but I don't like letting my opponent know exactly what I have going on. Okay. They don't have an answer to my fly right now. Oh, that's good. Well, it also costs 4 mana. Oh boy. Yep. For 1. I think I play this. I'm probably going to regret this later on. But I can't believe everything on my deck costs 4. This card's brutal. So if they play a creature with more than 4 toughness, then this just dies. But this at least locks them down from playing a blocker for We Dragonauts. And I'm drawing lands, but that's not the end of the world. They lock down my attackers. Here. Oh boy. So if I could draw an instant or sorcery spell next turn, that would be ideal. Just holding one land in hand. Okay. Opponent has more mana. Costs 3 though. There we go. Can't cast it. Oh boy. What a game this is. Attack here. It's actually good that I can't cast it, because I would have just played it and then had it die to my Flamekin War Scout. And that would not have been too good. Uh-oh. Opponent is casting this really quickly. What cost this much mana? Stop! Oh no. Okay. Oh boy. No, that's not too bad. Because they can't, haunt the bats. That's not too bad. There are worse things. There's our Boilerworks. We're getting there with the wee Dragonauts. So we attack for 1. I feel like they almost... Well, no, they have to do it for 4. Attack here. Opponent chump blocks with a bat. We play Boilerworks. Bouncing planes. And next turn, I can play the long-anticipated Goblin Flectomancer. It's going to do a lot of work to this 3-mana 2/2. Mostly I'm excited because this will protect my wee Dragonauts. Okay, Shrieking Grotesque. I don't mind. I discard an island. So they currently can triple block my wee Dragonauts, but I have Benevolent Ancestor to stop that. Ooh. What do I do here? I forgot I had those. Let's lead out with the Goblin Flectomancer, because I want to keep wee Dragonauts protected. And I cannot play Ogre Savant here, so let's move to combat. Do this for 4. Attack. So if they double block, I prevent 1 damage that would be dealt to it, and it does not die. We're going to kill this first. Prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to any target, so dealt there. Okay, it survives. That's good. So next turn we have quite a few options. I can bounce the Conclave Equinox. I can bounce their Droning Bureaucrats. When it enters the battlefield or the creature it haunts dies, destroy a creature. I feel like I don't want this to die, so I'm just going to block here. Like, the opponent would only really attack with this if they wanted it dead, or if they had like a Bloodthirst thing. I don't know. That's a lot of mana. Untap all creatures you control. Sure. Okay, so it's just a free attack. Oh. That will probably do it. There's my planes. Yeah, I think that just does it. 6, 7, 8. Oh, it costs less. So they can't stop that from attacking with the amount of mana that they have. If they have a counter spell, I believe I can... No, I can't make Convolute target itself. I think they're just dead on board now, though. Yeah, I can't make this target anything else, so that doesn't work. They have no cards in hand. Yeah, this works, because Guardian of the Guild Pact is lethal. And then both of these are lethal. So they have to block here with Sky Hussar. Or wait, does Swinging Out get there? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. So this blocks here. This blocks here. Yeah, I think they're just dead to a Swinging Out. That was a really, really boring game, I'm going to be honest. Okay, well. They did not have mountains as far as I remember. Like, just nothing happened in that game. Yeah, I think I just run it back. That was just like... I happen to have all of my 4-mana creatures in play at the same time, which is pretty unlikely going forward. I'm going to keep this hand. There's my blue. So it's impossible for me to curve Beacon Hawk into the Flectomancer, but I'll still lead with Mountain just in case I want to change my mind, because I can just play Beacon Hawk turn 2 and then whatever else turn 3. Ooh, that's good. So let's play this. Counter target creature spell. Well, that's just a problem. So let's go ahead and play this. Get down Minister of Impediments. Doing that with Beacon Hawk is actually kind of cool, because this untaps it, so I can like tap pre-combat, hit with Beacon Hawk, untap. That's not terrible. Tap you. Yes. Like a weird vigilance. Go Mountain. Hit for 1. Yeah, there's no point in tapping that down, so I'll just give this Vigilance. And I think we're going to get down the Flectomancer. If they want to counter the Flectomancer with the Soulsworn Journey, go for it. I'm also okay with that happening. Basically, I'm going to protect this Guardian of the Guild Pact for as long as possible. And by that I mean like I need to have this resolve. Because that card is just kind of lights out against their deck. Quite a few lands, but that's okay. I think I actually just attack for 2 now. Like this could be my cycle. Tap this down, swing for 2, tap this down. Their deck is really boring. Yes. Let's go Island Signet. I want to keep this mountain in hand because I saw that the opponent has a Shrieking Grotesque. And I want to have something to discard pretty availably. Repeal. Sure. So, would I rather have them counter Minister of Impediments or Guardian of the Guild Pack? Can only counter 1 right now, so Guardian of the Guild Pack it is. There's a Plains. So let's hit. That's a lot of defenders, man. Untap you. Play the Minister. I guess I can play around Convolute, so I might as well. Okay, so they countered that one, that's good. Now I get to get down this one. And that is going to be hard for them to deal with. Snapping Drake. 3/2 flyer, so... Hit for 2. I really want to kill that with the Steam Cord Weird. But I guess I don't need to. I'm going to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess I just empty my hand here. That seems okay. 2, 3, 4. So I play this. Playing around Convolute again. No, actually if they convolute this, then I get to Steam Core Weird, and that's what I wanted anyway. Okay. I don't hate it. Weird. So that just dies. And they get to Haunt. I don't quite get it, but that's okay. As soon as I draw another Plains, I can block the Snapping Drake. Right, that's just, yeah, +0/+1. Okay, Plains is good here. So let's go Plains, attack for 3. These games have been just really, really boring, and I'm sorry about that. I cannot untap the Guardian because it does have protection from my Beacon Hawk as well. So we just untap the Hawk. Not going to run out the Steam Core Weird because they would just counter it. So now I can just block and pump. Cool. Opponent's got 1 card in hand. Untap this thing. It's just really, really slowly getting there. I have Mountain in hand to discard to whatever I need to. And now I don't even need to Steam Cord Weird the Snapping Drake because it doesn't threaten me at all. They only have 2 cards in hand. I think I'm gonna go... No, I can't attack because when this dies, they have this thing haunting it. They would still be able to kill the Beacon Hawk. So I could carry him and get the kill on the Snapping Drake, but it's not worth it. Especially when they're just going to die to Guardian of the Guild Pact. Keeping these lands in hand for more discard outlets. It's a lot of lands, but it really doesn't matter. Like, they can't do anything. Play a Plains, pass turn. Yeah, like, I've drawn a bunch of mana, but sure. I imagine they take the Steam Core Weird. Okay, well now Soulsworn Jury is kind of a problem. But they go to 1 life. So they know what's in my hand. I guess I just play the lands. Now that they know what's in there, there's no point in hiding it, but I don't want to play the Is It Boilerworks, even though it's like more efficient, because I don't really need that much more mana anyway. Okay, we've won that round. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we were playing against Tuxedo Rose. Let's go first. Yeah, got a curve, we got all of our mana, got some wee Dragonauts. Bounce lands on the play, significantly better than bounce lands on the draw. Not going to let our opponent know that we're playing white until I have to, just because there's no risk. And this lets me play the Goblin Flebenstein or whatever that is. Alright, well that seems worth playing. So we go like, wee Dragonauts, Sunhome Enforcer. I like that card a lot. Mimic Signet. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit before I can play that. That's okay. There was some consideration to playing Benevolent Ancestor, but I don't think I need to put that card down. It's a free attack for them. So I'll block. Like, they might as well do this. Core Weird. I don't really need to kill the Veteran Armorer, so let's first attack for 1. Then play Sunhome Enforcer. This card is not that scary at the moment. I'd rather use Steam Core Weird on like a flyer. Yeah, like Blind Hunter. I guess I can't. Forgot about that. No, I can if I... Yeah, I can attack with Wheat Dragonauts, and if they block, then I can kill it. They don't block. Okay. Given that, let's go Island, Simic Signet, into... Yeah, we'll just Steam Core Weird down the armor. And I'm spending red, so it will in fact kill it. That way I can at least attack with Sunhome Enforcer without them having like a ton of defensive creatures. Okay, we won that game, I guess. I don't know what I'm playing against, so we'll just keep it as is. Hand is good. We're missing white, but we have some amount of white. Whoa, they're playing red? Did not expect that one. We get to play Gruul Signet into Wee Dragonauts and like play the Boilerworks later. Huh. This card has Fear? I did not know that card did that. That's actually really good. Fear can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and black creatures, of which I have none. Let's go Island into Gruul Signet. If I draw any white sources, I can play Azorius Herald. Oh, they missed a land drop though. There's our white source. What do I want to do? This turn I have 4 mana. Actually, yeah, I can go white source, Azorius Herald into Conclave Equinaut. That seems pretty good. Oh, I need to spend blue. So I guess we'll play around Daze or something. We want to make sure blue was used. I'll hold up red. Pass turn. So now I can use this to pay one of the white mana, this to pay the other white mana. I take 2, but opponent's missing land drops, so like... I feel like that's just gotta be game over. And like, I'm hitting for 5, they're hitting for 2. Yeah. A 2-2 with downside, I'm okay with that. God, some of the old cards were so bad. There's our Wee Dragonauts. Play a bounce land. Turn in mountain. Hit for 5. We have Wee Dragonauts to block. Okay. That's actually pretty good. They kill my 3/3 flyer most likely. We want to see them kill Wee Dragonauts, but that's unlikely. Ooh, I like that. That's actually pretty good. So I can go Minister of Impediments, this Gruul Signet, white, that, sure. Then play a land, play around Daze because sure. Oh, I need red. Hit for damage. When it's missing quite a few land drops, I get to put down a Flamekin War Scout to stop their offense even more. Alright, we are undefeated going into the finals. See you guys there. Alright, we are in the finals against limited power as opposed to unlimited power. I'll keep this. These Wee Dragonauts are so bad in this deck. I literally have like 1 instant or sorcery in the whole deck. But, you know, a 3 mana 1/3 flyer sometimes is just enough to win the game. And this is effectively a 5 land hand, but it has all of our colors, and the mana in this deck is sketchy. Mulliganing is sketchy. Like, I would keep this 4 land hand if I mulligan, so I should probably just keep the 5 land hand. Obviously, we draw an island. It's not exactly what I wanted, but as long as we don't draw too many lands, this should be okay. The biggest issue I have with this deck is we have, like, no card advantage. Oh, that's even better. Let's go that. Grand Arbiter Augustin. As far as I know, most of the counterspells cost 4. And this, like, stops them from playing spells for quite a while. If I draw a red source, I can double spell. Ooh, I think I still can double spell. Let's go land, Dragonauts, Minister. Somehow I'm floating mana, but that's okay. Hit for 2. Death by a million stings. Very reminiscent of limited power. I wonder what kind of hand they kept. They're not making any plays here. I'll hit with both of these. I'll keep back Minister of Impediments for now, just in case they had a flash creature or something. They have like a repeal? I'm trying to think of what spell works in this format. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Go mountain into the Dragonauts. Keep spending too much mana. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Okay. The old 5 mana Glare of Subdual. Oh man, that's good. Holy cow. That's kind of lights out. At that point, I feel pretty comfortable attacking with Minister of Impediments, because if they play a creature, it's just going to get hit by my Flamekin Worm Scout. And this is a 3-turn clock as it stands. Yeah, I'll just empty my hand. I don't know if they have any discard or anything, but we are a white source away from casting the Angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll see what creatures they can put down, because this kills one of them. And they didn't have any early creatures, so yeah, that seems good. I don't know if there are flash creatures here. It looks like there's going to be a spell. Create 2 1/1 green saplings. Fair enough. That's pretty good. We tap there. We draw a land. Still not ideal. So we're going to use Minister of Impediments to lock down their creatures, like on their turn. Still just going to play this land. I don't think my opponent can really afford to play around much. Glare of Subdual is very hard to beat though, so if they can like get out from under this, we're in trouble. Alright, let's tap this down. What are they convoking? Oh boy, that's bad. They tapped on my Grand Arbiter, Dragonauts. I'm not going to get any attackers actually. But I sideboarded for this match. I have something that does 1 damage to everything. Oh boy. I mean, I guess. This is like the worst card to put this on. But they have 4 creatures to tap down. No, actually, I hit them for 1. It's so bad to play this right now. I can't. I can't do it. Like, I don't want to be attacking with this. I'd rather attack with like anything else. Yeah, so we don't attack. We use this to tap down one of the saplings. We hope they don't have another creature, which they probably do. The beginning of your upkeep, tap target creature. Well, this is not good. I maybe should have gotten in the hit with Pollenbright Wings when I could. But I don't, like, right now they're going to sapling down all these creatures. Interesting. Alright, let's move to combat, then they tap stuff down. Yep. So I guess they don't target my Minister of Impediments? Okay, they do. Alright, Sunhome Enforcer. You get tapped down. If opponent has more creatures, this is going to get very, very bad, because I don't believe I have removal for any of this in the main deck. Yep. It's a 2/4. And they get to attack. This is problematic. Yeah, let's play the Boilerworks. They just tap this end of turn. Yep. So they keep hitting. I don't get to do anything. Oh, what a fun and interactive format this is. It's normally quite fun. These games have just been like really, really rough. Okay, that's good enough for me. We're just gonna move on here. That's a lot of, their deck is very sapling heavy. Fortunately, we have Rain of Embers, Leave No Trace. Do they have mountains? No, wait, let me check. That's the beauty of recording. I can just go back and look at my recording, see if they had mountains. They did not. I feel like I want like more actiony cards. Pollenbright Wings seems kind of medium against them. I'm still gonna keep the forest, but I think I just want like more big creatures. I don't really have any black mana for that. Spark Mage Apprentice kills a 1/1. This has flying. Okay. So I think I run that. I could just get rid of my signets, and then their Seed Spark has like no targets. I don't dislike that, because I'm not really playing many green cards. Yeah, that's okay actually. Let's run it like that. Alright, let's hope for a better game here. I at least have outs to draw. Yeah, I'll keep this. I have my 1 enchantment, which is not great, but if we Dragonauts, I guess? I don't know. Sand is not the best. Oh, now that is a good card. Yeah, what's more important? Getting down the Guildmage turn 2? I kind of feel like getting down Guildmage turn 2 is nice. It hits harder, and we Dragonauts is fine, but I don't really have any way to like power it up. Ooh, let's do this. So I can counter the Selesnya Signet activated ability, I believe. Because oh, what? Okay, that's just not even fair. Because usually it says non-mana activated ability. But yeah, I can't. Man, well now my whole turns are messed up. Thought I could have targeted it, but that's okay. Beacon Hawk. Oh, let's hit for 2. Yeah, because I should have been able to play Is It Boilerworks that turn then. This actually sets me back a decent amount, but it's okay. Oh, that's actually an instant or sorcery spell. Attack for 3. I can tap any creatures they block with, like flash in. Again, I don't know if they have flash creatures in this format. Maybe they do. Scatter the seeds. They did that in the block step? Weird timing, but I'll take it. Play the Beacon Hawk in the Boilerworks. Yeah, so the cost is basically this turn I don't have Azorius Guildmage activation up, which is kind of a big cost because now they can triple block. I don't know why they didn't want to go for the triple block, but maybe they just skipped a little bit too far. Ocular Halo. Changing creature has tap, draw a card. That's pretty good. Cool, cool. Well, if they don't do it on their turn, then I can counter it. Oh, perfect! I can counter it now with my Azorius Guildmage. Got him. So they gain a bunch of life. Not too worrisome. So Beacon Hawk attacks for free because I can untap it. I want to cast this Conclave Equinox so I can start attacking. So I can tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have one Azorius Guildmage activation. Okay, that works. I can counter at least one of their card draws. Actually, I have a better idea. No, that's way too greedy. They just don't block if I attack with the Azorius Guildmage. Just hit with Beacon Hawk. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Counter this. Can't tap their creature, but they don't get a card. Now they're gonna be smart, do it on their turn. Yeah. Should have done that last turn. What cost this much mana? What is this? Okay. That's not too bad. It makes it hard for me to block, but I'm gonna get them pretty good here. Well, maybe. Let's attack with a Conclave Equinox. Yes. You ready for this? So, the next 1 damage that will be dealt here is dealt there. Let me make sure that's how this works. First target. So the next 1 damage that would be dealt to you is dealt there. If this doesn't work, then it's not my fault. It's the game's fault. Now that was a good play right there. 1, 2, 3. Play around to Mana Tithe because why not? Holding up white to keep the Beacon Hawk's defense going. Actually, no. Guardian of the Guild Pact is way better here. I probably should have also attacked with the Wee Dragonauts because that also worked with Karam, but I forgot that it triggered. The game's over anyway. We got him. Got him with that Karam play. I love it. This card actually seems like my only source of removal against their tokens. That being said, opponent's gonna play around it like the plague now. Yeah, we'll just keep it. Oh man, we got this hand. We got tree stuff going on. I'm on board with tree stuff. I was gonna say I want a Signet, but I kind of don't. Like, this hand doesn't need more lands. Okay. Given that, I think I'm just going to commit to not playing Rot Farm yet. I'll play Rot Farm on turn 4. That way I don't have to discard a hand size. That's pretty good. So let's play the Minister. Next turn I can play Plumes of Peace if I want to. Yeah, I'm just gonna lock this down. Well, my one target for Seed Spark is here. We just gotta hope that they don't have it. I think I'm just going to play Is It Boilerworks this turn? And really hope they don't have Seed Spark. That's the only target left in my deck as far as I'm aware. This card is pretty good. I'm surprised I didn't like notice it. This would be really good in my deck because I have so many 1/3s. I probably just like passed it a bunch of times and didn't notice. Because normally I'm like, I don't look at enchantments like that where it's like enchanted creature has do something because they're such a big liability. But I didn't realize that the removal in this format is kind of bad at killing 3 toughness creatures, or maybe there isn't that much removal that I've seen. Please not Seed Spark. I'll take it. Man, they're really playing into this like do 1 damage to every creature spell. This turn we're gonna go Grand Arbiter Augustin into Rot Farm. I think. Yeah. Just making their spells more expensive is pretty enticing. Wow, they got a lot of mana. So we tap this down. Okay. Well, that is currently beatable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can double spell this turn. That's actually pretty good. So I can go Island, Guardian, Drake, hit for 2. They have Glare of Subdual, but I'm going to start making creatures with V2 Ghazi, so it's not necessarily a hard lock. And then I have things to draw into later on. I tap here, they're going to tap this to tap one of my creatures, even though it doesn't matter. And we just got to hope there's no, like, scatter the seeds. Now Seed Spark looks really bad, because it kills Plumes of Peace, makes 2 creatures that they can use for Glare of Subdual. Okay, that's good for me. Well, it's fine. Ooh, Coal Hauler Swine. Well, we're just kind of all in on drawing a red source at this point. We hit, we tap their thing, we make it a Saproling. Somehow opponent's still at 22? This only gained 4. What? How are they at 22? This doesn't gain life. Oh, Faith's Fetters. Right. Okay. Tap here. Make a thing. That's something. Move to combat. This only costs 2. Thanks to Grand Arbiter Augustin. Well, this is looking decent. A lot better than it was before. Because I have, like, late game inevitability. And doesn't untap, that's fine. Opponent paused for a long time on my upkeep. I don't know if that means anything, but it's just what happened. It's like really hard with Magic Online. You don't know if they're thinking or they just like went to get a sandwich or like pet their cat or something. They're like, you want to read into it, but you don't want to read too much into it. Let's go ahead and play this guy. What costs this much mana? Okay, that makes sense. Lair land, pass turn. Glad they didn't counter this. The thing is, even if they get that spell that puts 7 creatures into play, that's not too bad for me, because I can just eventually make enough creatures to block them all. And it's not like opposition where they can stop me. Yeah, like supply for 7 is very, very good, don't get me wrong. But it's not the end of the world, because in a couple turns I'm going to get there. That's also really good. So let's do white-blue for this. Now they have to like double tap if they want to keep stuff tapped down. I can tap him? Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually with this turn, I don't think I can tap things down because I want to make a V2 Ghazi token every single turn if possible. This will tap down that one, which will force them to activate right now. Sure. Okay, so they can attack me. That's something that they can do. But I'm live to draw the thing that does 1 damage to every creature. Kills my own Saprolings, I know, but it's not the worst thing ever. Man, this card's crazy. How did I not... Maybe I passed this. Do they have 2? No way. They don't have 2, right? Oh my god. Alright, now that's bad. Now that's bad. Because that's enough to kill me in like 1 turn. Sometimes that happens. Someone rang my doorbell. Had to go deal with that. So it's their turn, their mean phase. Alright, I mean, I guess I let them attack, then they tap down my creature. This is bad. I'm gonna try and make a blocking V2 Ghazi, because just trading off Saprolings is all I want. I need to draw that thing that does 1 damage to everything. And that's an example of, you remember when I said my opponent tanked for a while in my draw step? Maybe someone came to their door and tried to sell them something. And they're like, please don't sell me stuff, why are you here? Alright, we're both back in on the game now. We can play it. I can't believe they had 2. Their deck is insane. It's a rare with all these uncommons. How do I deal with that? Oh, they let me block. Perfect. Beautiful. Blocked 1. Saved the damage. I think I'm just dead next turn even. Like, I don't know. 1 damage. That's not it. That's not it. I can do this. Oh, that was actually pretty bad that I spent too much mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I couldn't have done anything anyway. They have 13. I think I'm dead. Yep. I mean, their deck is something else. 2 uncommons, premium uncommons, Glare of Subdual. I mean, that's just what beat me both games. I have 2 cards in my deck that deal with it. I can either kill the Glare of Subdual or kill all of their creatures, but I don't think I'm going to survive this turn. They have 14 plus 2 power. Oh boy. I think I'm going to die exactly because they're going to tap down a creature, tap down a creature. No. Actually, yeah, I think I die exactly here. I unfortunately can't make a creature. And that taps a blocker. That was a mistake. I mean, I don't think there was a way for me to win. But yeah, doing that does tap down a blocker. And that's 14. Man, kind of sucks to lose to this. Counter it just because I can. Yeah, so I was supposed to make... I don't really know what I was supposed to do, but that's game. What was I going to draw? I don't know why it like goes through so many screens. Ogre Savant wouldn't have really done anything. There it is! Oh, they just didn't have both of them. I could beat one. I can't beat two. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys soon.